So we are discussing about what is data. First and foremost thing, what I told you guys is data is a raw facts and figures. Those raw facts and figures can be qualitative or quantitative variables. Okay, when I say qualitative, is it good or bad? Quantitative is like what is the height of a plant? Okay, how many products are sold on the Amazon? Okay, those are the quantitative variables. Okay, and whenever we are doing some experimentation or whenever we are buying something, doing some business, we'll collect the data for reference or analysis. That is data. Okay. So now is it clear? Data itself is not a information. I'll tell you, there is a reason for that. Okay. Data itself is not a information. Data is a raw fact and figures. What are the values? It can be qualitative or it can be quantitative. The data we collect for reference or analysis. That is data. Is it clear, Parveen? Are you with me? Okay. Any
Yes, sir.
questions here? Any questions here? Is it clear?
No, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful then. Okay. Now that we understood what is data. So Malini and Anna, can you guys just polish your definition of the data? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Awesome then. Okay. Now the question to Satish. So Satish, what are the different types of? Do we have Satish? Okay, Satish is not there. Okay, Akhila. So what are the different types of data you have come across? Akhila, what are the different types of data you have come across? Okay, Akhila is taking time. Nagababu, yeah, go ahead, Akhila.
Qualitative, like quality data,
Quality
quantitative
data,
data.
quantitative data. Okay, fine, wonderful. Any thoughts from your side, Meenal, Muthu Meenal? Any thoughts from your side? What are the different types of data? Muthu Meenal.
Text data.
Text data, wonderful. Okay, so how about you, Shabna? What do you think? What are the different types of data, Shabna?
Numbers, string.
Awesome then. Okay. Yes, you guys are there. Okay. So when we think of a data, especially in the earlier days, now that we have little bit progressed and we are in a era of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all those things, we think of a data in a different way. But when we look at the earlier periods, when we think of a data, numbers come to our mind. Numbers come to our mind. Okay. Then, as Shabna said, we also have a textual data. Okay. So whatever we update on the Twitter. Okay. These days, people are updating anything and everything on the Twitter, right? So somebody wants to go from Bangalore to Hyderabad or San Francisco to Seattle or something, whatever. I think, except, I mean, hopefully they are not updating. So they're like going for some very, very personal things also. Okay. I don't know. Right. So that is the textual data. Okay. Now, when we combine the text plus number, we get a alphanumeric data. Okay. Then we have image data. Okay. Image data. Okay. Let me ask a question to Nagababu. Nagababu, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Nagababu, what do you see on the screen? What is this? Your voice is very. I mean, it's cracking. Please go ahead, Nagababu. Please go ahead.
It's a photo.
It's a photo. Okay. So what do you see? I mean, Jaypal, what do you see? What do you see in the picture, Jaypal?
It's a X-ray.
X-ray, is it? Don't you see any something called a love or something? Huh? Don't you see that, Jaypal?
Yes, it's a symbol.
Oh, symbol is it? Okay. Okay. Are you focused on the love or are you focused on the X-ray? Like, okay, I'm just kidding there to get your. Okay. So The data is also a image data, like X-rays, X-rays, and also some of the images which are coming out of the experiments, and also the nice pictures what you take and upload in your Instagram. That is also image data. That is also a data. Okay. So far we understood what is data. Data is a raw facts and figures, and we have different types of data. We have numerical data, textual data, alphanumeric data, and image data. Okay. Let me ask a question to who is very silent. Okay. So, Sabita, what are the other types of the data? What you can think of, Sabita?
Yeah, I'm here. Weather.
Weather data. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the types of the data. Weather data is numerical data, isn't it?
yeah.
Which we already covered. Okay.
Photos are there.
Photos we
Okay.
already covered. Jaipal looks
Graph.
graphs. Okay. Graphs is in a way picture. Picture. In a way picture, which we
Okay.
covered already.
Okay.
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 Sugavanesh Varan, what do you think?
Audio, video, and then others.
See, awesome then. Okay. So we do have audio data. Okay. Audio data. For example, when you call somebody, they'll say, okay, this call is being recorded for the training purposes. Okay. That data is being collected there. Okay. I know some of you are obsessed with listening to the different types of songs, which is good. Okay. Apart from the songs, we do have other kinds of the data. It can be the calls recorded during the sales process and multiple other things. Okay. And also we have video data. We have video data. Okay. So Vinith, what kind of a videos are you looking at these days? Vinith Kumar?
Actually, sir, I am looking videos related to Python, data science,
Python. No,
Python and data
I
science.
heard you were looking for a what is that? Now which is the famous song? War 2 famous song. I heard you were looking at Kiara a lot these days.
No, I am not looking at Kiara. Actually, I have been surfing some reels of Ek
Okay.
number to see Kambal.
Okay, you should do both. Okay. Okay, wonderful.
Okay, sir.
So these are the different types of data. Okay. So these are everybody. It's clear, right? So we understood what is data. What are the different types of data? Can we think of Nagababu? Can we think of any other type of data apart from whatever I mentioned? Malini, can you think of any other type of data apart from whatever I mentioned?
I guess you've covered everything.
Covered. Okay. So Pooja. So
We can also find data through tables and columns, rows.
that is again a numerical data, right? Akila, that is numerical data. Numerical data
Yeah.
or alphanumerical data. Yeah, Pooja. Any other types of data you can think of?
Yes, sir. Tables or graphs only,
Table will have either
or
numerical data. Yeah,
quantity in bulk.
correct. Okay, wonderful. So more or less, we covered all the types of the data. Okay, we understood what is data. We understood what are the different types of data. Now, Anna and Malini are thinking, okay, Mahanta, you said data is not information. Then their question is, what the heck is information, right? That is what you are thinking, right, Malini and Anna? That is going on in your mind, for sure, right? Yes or no, Anna?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay. Let us get an answer for that. Okay. So what do you think? Based on what we discussed so far, Anna, what is information according to you? What is information?
So that raw facts and figures.
No. That is data, right? That is data.
Okay.
When you said data is information, I said data is not information. Data is a raw facts and figures. That is clear now. Now, my question is, what is information? Malini, can you give a stab at it?
Information is conveying
Very good.
the
Very good.
facts and figures in a
Okay.
virtual way or something like that.
Okay. So what do you think, Sabita? What What is information according to you?
Yeah. Information is when we see those data and when we can like analyze those ones.
Awesome. You got a very important word. Analyze the data. Analyze the data. So when we subject the data for analysis, that is when we get information. Okay. We have a data. We subject the data for analysis. That is when we get the information. Okay. So in a way, information is a processed data. Okay. Our information is a interpreted data. Okay. Is it making sense now? Everybody, Sabita, Malini? Data is
Yes,
the
sir.
raw facts and figures. When I subject the data for analysis or processing or interpretation, that is when we get a information. Make sense now? Is it
Yeah.
clear? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear? Okay. So information is interpreted data. Information is always meaningful. And also one more very, very important thing which I mentioned in the previous slide is the context. Okay. The context in which we are analyzing the data is also important. It is also important. Based on the context, some data may be meaningful or not. Context is very important. Right? Okay. So we understood now what is data. What is data now? Shabna, what is data? Shabna?
Data in a meaningful thought or meaningful
No, data.
way.
I'm asking about the data. Data. Sabita, what is data?
Okay,
Sabita.
data is raw facts.
Absolutely. What is information?
It's a meaningful data.
Processed data. Processed data
Processed
is
data,
information.
yeah.
Okay. Data is a raw fact and figures. When I subject the data for processing, that is when we get the information. Okay. Is it clear? Any questions here? For anybody, any questions? Suganesh?
Sir, can you explain what is context? I didn't get that.
Context means, for example, now. So now we have collected the, let us say, agriculture data, plants. What is the height of the plants? What is the breadth of the leaves? Okay, all these things. Height, breadth of the leaves and all. Height of the plant, breadth of the leaves and all those. Okay. So now there is one more, this one, okay. There is a retail chain, okay, where our Vinith is buying a lot of the things these days. Vinith is going to buy lot of things, okay. Now, when I want to understand what is happening in the retail, if I analyze this data, will I get anything? You're getting me, right, Shabna or Sabita? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
this data is not meaningful in the retail. You're getting me, right? This data is not meaningful in the retail domain. Basically, based on the context, the data is meaningful. Okay. But here, I can relate the data. If height of the plant is so much, I'll get so much of yield. It is contextual. You got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful then. Any questions from anyone? Because if you don't understand this particular concept, you will not understand anything further. Or you will understand. Pooja, you are with me? Pooja, Akila, are you guys able
Yes,
to
sir.
understand? Okay, wonderful then. So let's move forward. Is everybody able to understand what I'm trying to teach? Is the pace at which I'm covering, is it correct? Vinith, are you able to
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Awesome then. Okay. Suganesh, you are able to get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Let's move forward. So we understood what is data, what is information. Okay. Now, the question is, Nagababu, why do we need data? Why do we need data? That is my question.
By using data, we have to understand What is the business numbers and how it is going?
Very good. Very good. Very good. Wonderful. Okay. So before we get into that question, the question what I'm asking is, do we really need the data? Sabita, do we really need the data?
Yes, sir. We need the data for reference.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So even Panda says yes. Okay. Even Panda also says. How many of you like a Kung Fu Panda movie here? Anybody is a Kung Fu Panda fan here?
Yes, sir. I am the Kung Fu Panda.
No, sir.
Okay. Whoever has not watched a Kung Fu Panda movie, please do watch. It is awesome. All the three. Fourth one is not that great, but first, second, and third Kung Fu Panda. I'm a great fan of Kung Fu Panda. Okay, that is the reason this picture is coming up. Okay. Basically, my question here is, do we need the data? Yes. Sabita said yes. Okay. Because Sabita said yes, even Kung Fu Panda said yes. Okay, we need the data. Now the next question is, as our I think okay, I'm still getting used to the names. Okay, Nagababu said, why do we need the data? Is it to analyze, to kind of get something? Any other thoughts, Malini? Any other thought from your side? Why do we need data?
To understand the business flow.
Understand the business flow. Thank you, Nagababu. Malini, you are there? Malini, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are thinking about it. Why do we need data? Any thoughts? Okay, Parveen, any thoughts from your side? Parveen, you are so silent. Because I'm not asking you questions. Parveen.
Yes, sir. Yeah, data is very important because we need to do the analysis and we can take some important decisions what we can do or what we should not do. For that, data is very important.
Very good. Very good. Let me bring up these points. Okay. So, first and foremost thing is, we need the data to use it in the future. I know it sounds so silly, but we need the data to use it in the future. For what reasons we use it in the future? Maybe for deriving the insights. Maybe for deriving the patterns. Right? So now let us say, if you look at this particular graph here, are you able to see it? Okay. Everybody is able to see it, right? So Akila, which is the item which is sold more in this graph? Which item is sold more?
Clothes.
Clothes, okay. Now, if
Which
I
are
ask
the
a
most
question, clothes are, it is very self-evident, right? Very self-evident.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, if I ask a particular question, if I ask a it's a bit controversial question. Okay. I crack jokes for the so that make it interesting. Okay. So if I ask a question further, let me ask a question to Akila. Akila, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. So within the clothes, if you have to say whose clothes, is it ladies' clothes are sold more or gents' clothes? What would be your answers?
Of course, ladies' clothes.
Of course, ladies. Man, what do you think, Vinith? Vinith or Jaypal? Nagababu? Is it ladies' clothes or is
Here it is not mentioned. It's just generalizing. It's not very specific about women's or men's.
Correct. That is there. Here that is there. I'm trying to crack a joke here. Okay.
I guess both average will be there.
Average, okay. So, but let me tell you one story about this. Okay. So I went to one of the wholesale cloth center for some reason along with my friend. Okay. So then that guy had only lot of ladies' clothes and one or two racks of guys' clothes. Okay. Then me and my friend were like, "Hey, kya ho raha hai bhai ye?" Like that, we asked him why he had kept only ladies' clothes. Then he made us shut our mouth in only one sentence. Sarji, please go to your home, open your wardrobe. Because he knows that we are married. Okay. So tell me who has more clothes, whether your wife or you. Okay. In that case, like basically, then I will, if you have more clothes, एक ही दिन में मेरा दुकान बदलूंगा. Basically, he will change the whole shop. That's what he said. So obviously, ladies will buy more. Ladies has more clothes. Okay. So I just kept quiet then. Okay. Anyway, coming back here, that is a kind of just a deviation to make you guys interesting. Okay. So here, this particular thing, by looking at the data, we are deriving the insights. Okay. Clothes are the ones which are sold more. Okay. And tickets for the events comes next. Travel services comes next. Like that, we can derive the insights from the data. Okay. And then we can also derive the patterns from the data. Like, for example, numbers trending upwards, correlation between the two sets of numbers. For example, if I, let us say, let me ask a question to Parveen. Okay. So Parveen, when
Yes,
you go to, let us say, assuming that you are in US or you are in India?
US.
US, okay. Let us say you go to Target or Walmart, okay. So, like, if I have to ask, let us say, what is the correlation between the price of the product which you buy and the number of items? What will be your answers? You're getting me a question, right? I'm
Yeah,
asking you a question. What is when you go to Target or Walmart or Kohl's or whatever the place, okay? So what is the price of the product? What is the correlation between the price of the product and also number of items? What would be your answer?
Yeah, the number of items is, sorry, the price of the product is directly proportional to the number of items. How much items you are buying. So the price of the total price also will be very much high.
I'm talking about number. Let us say you are in a Target.
Okay.
Okay. So you are buying a toffees. Okay. Let us say assuming that toffee is 10 cents. One toffee is 10 cents. How many toffee will you buy?
Maybe one or two.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Toffees.
Or no, yeah. If the price is low, yeah, I can buy more.
Some 10 toffees you will buy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So $1 will be $1. 10 toffees. Okay. Then on the other hand, you are buying a TV. Okay. So bare minimum is some $500. I'm just taking an hypothetical example. Okay. How many TVs will you buy?
Yeah, only one.
Only one. Okay. So the price is like number of items is indirectly negatively correlated to the price.
Okay.
Okay. So like this, we can also derive the correlations between the set of numbers.
Okay.
You guys are with me, right, Shabana? So the idea here is data is a raw facts and figures. Do we need the data? Yes, we need the data. For what reason we need the data? Nagababu, for what reason we need the data? For what purpose? Okay. Anyone? Sabita, for what purpose we need the data?
We need data for reference, to analyze and
to derive the patterns, to derive the insights. Okay, wonderful. Everybody is with me now. Pooja, everybody is with me. Are you guys able to understand? So data,
yes, sir,
is needed to derive the patterns, derive the insights, to use it in the future. Okay, that is the reason we need the data. Now that we understood what is data and also why do we need the data, now the next question, Malini, is do we need to store the data somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. If I take you back to 1950s or 1960s, Malini, let me ask you a question to Anna. Okay. So how is the data stored? How is the data stored during 1950s? Just
in books, I mean.
No, I'm talking in terms of the software. Let us say the new computers were emerging during the days of Alan Turing and all. Okay, how is the data stored in terms of software perspective, not the hardware perspective? Okay, how is the data stored?
CDs, floppy.
No, again, I'm not talking in the hardware perspective. I'm talking in terms of software.
Like Excel, Word files.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Okay. So if we, for the first question is, when I asked, do we need to store the data? Malini said, yes, we need to store the data. Okay. Do you guys agree with Malini? Everybody agree with Malini that we need to store the data? Yes. Okay. So now the question is, where do we need to store the data? That is the question what we're asking now. Okay. Initially, as I think Jaypal said, how did we store the data in the modern day computers? In the files, right? Okay. Now, next question is, did we always store the data in text files, Pooja? Did we always store the data in text files, Pooja?
No.
Then where did we store? Where did we store? Any thoughts? Anyone? Any thoughts from anyone?
In
XML.
formats.
Very good. Somebody, okay. So we started.
Word documents.
Very good. Okay. Files, and also we started storing in a Excel files or spreadsheets. Okay. Spreadsheets. Now the question is, Sabita, why do we need to store the data in Excel files? Why not in like text files, Sabita?
Yes, sir. We can see lot of data at one time, like that one single time.
Okay.
We can compare the data.
Easy to visualize the data, easy to store the data as compared to the text file. That is the reason we started storing the data in text files. Okay. And somebody said, I think Nagbaba or somebody said, okay, we also started storing the data in JSON files or XML files. Okay. Anna, did we always continue to store the data in spreadsheets or XML files? Is there any other way of storing and processing the data, Anna? Is there any other way?
So database.
Excellent. Okay. So we started storing the data in databases. Okay. By the way, if somebody can tell me what is database, can any volunteer? What is database? Any volunteer here who can tell me what is database?
It's a collection of data or the place where the data is going to be stored.
Collection of data where it is stored. Very good. Any other thoughts from anyone? Any other thoughts from anyone? Okay. So database, please understand this. Okay. Most of you know, but if somebody asks you what is database, because you are using the database in your day-to-day life, left and right. Okay. Database is a collection of related data and its metadata organized in a structured format. For what purpose? For optimized information management. Okay. So we are always storing the related data. Related means I am talking about father, mother, wife, girlfriend, husband, wife, right? Am I talking about that here, Vinith? Am I talking about that, Vinith? When it's a related?
Yes, sir.
Vinith. No.
Yes, sir.
I'm not talking about that. Are you? I mean, if I ask you a personal question, are you married?
Yes, sir, I'm married.
Oh, okay. So that then you are attending the class with your spouse, I guess. Okay. So
she's in the bedroom.
Okay. No problem then. Okay. So now, when I talk about the relation, I'm not talking about a husband, wife, and all. I'm talking about the data. When I say related data, in retail, is it customer? Okay. Products. Okay. That is related data. For example, when I talk about the healthcare, I'm talking about doctor, like patient data. Okay, that is related data, right? Okay, so I'm talking about that. Okay, so it is a collection of the related data and its metadata. What is metadata, by the way? What is metadata? Anybody?
Data about data, sir.
Data about data is metadata. Okay, so just try to read more about this. All the videos related to this are there in my YouTube channel. Okay, just take a look at that. Okay, so we are talking about the collection of related data and its metadata organized in a structured format. What is structured format, Shabna? Shabna, what is structured format?
Structured format means arrange data in a order or something we can see in a meaningful way.
Okay. Any other thoughts from anyone? Structured format means what? Any other thoughts from anyone? Any volunteers? Quickly.
So it's like the data is arranged in tables and rows and columns.
Yes, excellent. Okay, table. Table has a structure, right? Rows and columns. That is called a structured format. Okay. So when you peek into the database will have multiple tables. The data in the table is in a structured format. We say structured format because it is in a rows and columns. Okay. And why are we storing the data in a database and in this one? For optimized information management. When I say optimized information management, what is that? Anna, what is that optimized information management?
So that we can get the data easily, like figure it out.
Absolutely. Okay. We are not storing the data in the database to do puja. I'm not saying Om Dataya Namaha, Om Pranave Namaha. I'm not storing the data in a database for the doing puja for the heck of it. I'm storing the data in a database to get the data easily, to retrieve the data too easily. That is the reason we should store the data in a database in such a way that I can retrieve it very easily, as Anna said, easily. Okay, and also when you're saving the data, it should not take lot of space. Okay, and all of it, and on top of all of this, I am using a last word. Okay, something called transactional processing. Transactional processing. What is this transactional processing? Anybody? What is this transactional processing? Anyone?
Sir, I think the time.
Hey, your voice is very, very low, Vineet. Can you just talk a bit loudly, please?
Actually, I am saying the time taken to retrieve the data, and after retrieving the data, the further changes that are getting stored in the database.
Okay. So, any thoughts from anyone? Muthu Meenal, what is transactional data? What is transactional processing?
We can share data. I think we can share the data which was optimized.
Okay. What do you think? What is transaction, Pooja? What is transaction, Pooja? What is transaction according to you?
Like exchange of currency or anything like that.
Got you. So let us say
exchange.
When you go to a bank, when you let us say now our Nagababu will go to ATM. Okay. So Nagababu, you want to withdraw the money from the ATM, right? What will happen when you withdraw money from the ATM, Nagababu? What will happen? Nagababu. Okay. Suguvanesh, what will happen? What will happen when you go to withdraw money from ATM, Suguvanesh? I'm not able to hear you guys.
Money debited.
Yes. So, any idea? Yeah, go ahead, Nagababu, go ahead.
So first it will ask you for the longest selection, then ask for the PIN number, then select the amount, then we can withdraw the amount.
Correct. But tell me now, how is that related to what we are talking here, Nagababu? What you said is very good. How is that related to what we are talking here?
So, for example, transactional data is nothing but I have a amount like a 10,000 rupees in my account. So I withdraw 2,000. So whatever is updated amount that will be stored in the database.
Very good. Awesome. I hope you guys are getting it, right? Malini, Parvin, Pooja, you guys are getting it, right? So the data is stored in tables in database. When Nagababu will go and withdraw money in ATM, there will be a call to the database in the bank server to check whether that Nagababu has sufficient balance or not. Okay, this whole thing is for the transactional processing. So basically, databases are used for the transactional processing. Databases are used for the transactional processing. Are you guys able to get it? Nagababu, Parvin, Pooja, Sabita, Shabna, Anna, are you able to get it?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
database is a collection of the related data and its metadata organized in a structure format for optimized information management, and it is mainly used in transactional processing. Okay, so what I will do is I need to tell you guys about the course and all. I will stop my lecture here and I'll take you through what and all we'll be covering as a part of the course. Okay, okay, and we'll continue the subject tomorrow. Okay, let me stop 1 minute recording.